Hi guys, welcome. My name is Heather Jones. I am the #1 intuitive teacher and I teach you the 7 keys for free. So come on in guys, let's get started. We're gonna go through the keys tonight. So if you're brand new, I am the #1 intuitive teacher. I teach the most powerful system in the entire world, and it just teaches you how to remember your intuition, okay? It teaches you a system to tap into your gift, to know exactly what is true for you. So, key #1 is, you guys, we have been lied to. We have been lied to the day we were born, okay? We have been taught to silence our truth. And you guys, we have silenced our truth for so many years, so many generations, that most of us do not even know how, right, to listen to our intuition. We don't even know that our body speaks to us, that our body communicates. Every time something's wrong, our body's literally telling us how to fix it. Every time we prayed, we got an answer. Hey, Jenna love. So you guys, tonight I'm going to teach you the keys absolutely for free. So if this is the very first time that you have seen me, okay, you need to make sure that you follow me and make sure that you get a pen and paper and write these keys down, because I promise you they will change your entire life, because they changed my life. I'm a totally different person because of these keys. And so most of these keys I had to learn through certifications. So it took me over 10 years and over $15,000 in certifications to remember the one gift that I have for free. Okay, and that is my gift of intuition. That is your gift of intuition. That is your gift of discernment. So key #1, you guys, is your body literally speaks to you through pain. Pain is the secret language of the body, okay? Pain is just telling you where the problem is so that you can fix it, not so that you can run to the kitchen and grab a painkiller and silence your truth. So who is excited for the 7 keys? Who is the first time here watching? So key #1, you guys, a lot of people, most people don't even realize that their body communicates, that their body is a literal instrument. You know me from YouTube, maybe. Your body literally is an instrument, and your body can test with a 99.9% accuracy what is wrong. Hey, Dado. Okay, yay, first time lucky. Thanks, Samsha. So you guys, I have worked with hundreds of people across the entire world. Okay, these keys are universal, and these keys help people unlock pain in seconds. It helps you get to the root cause of your money blocks, your health issues, your relationship problems in literal seconds. So if you have pain, okay, if you have money blocks, if you have relationship issues, you guys, I'm not a psychic, I'm not a medium, I'm not a healer, but I teach you how to tap into your intuition. And you will think that I'm a psychic, right? You'll think that I'm a medium. You'll be like, how does she know this? Okay, I know these things because I've learned how to remember the #1 gift. I've learned how to tap into my intuition. And so I'm going to teach you guys exactly how to do that. So let's talk about key #2. Who knows key #2? For those of you guys who've been on my live before, who knows key #2? Okay, key #2 is what you are dealing with could very well be physical, but doctors are not going to test if it's a parasite, a nutrient deficiency, or a toxin. Okay, so if you have parasites, if you have toxins, if you have nutrient deficiencies, your body will tell you. And so we have to stop taking vitamins or supplements or do detoxes, and we don't even know if they're actually working. So a lot of you guys don't even test the products you're taking. So it looks like this. I don't feel very well. I've been having lots of issues, so I think I'm going to take vitamin C. I think I'm going to take vitamin B. I think I'm going to buy these things on TikTok, right? Like the methylated vitamins, and pray and hope they work. What if there was a better way? What if your body could tell you exactly what the problem was, and then it tell you exactly what your body needed to fix it at the root cause? Wouldn't that be absolutely amazing, right? Wouldn't that save us so much time and money and effort? That is exactly what your body can do. Is filler and makes us worse? Yeah. Yeah, a lot of vitamins or supplements or things can actually make things worse. You're exactly right. So our body knows how to heal itself. So I have created a system. This is not a system, right, that I've made up. It is a system I remembered. It took me over 10 years and over $15,000 learning everybody's certifications to realize that our bodies know exactly what to do. And so I created the 7 keys so that you can lock in and tap into exactly what's wrong in seconds. So I've worked with doctors, I've worked with nurses, I've worked with psychics and mediums, Reiki healers, right? It's a system to help you get to the root cause of your problem in seconds. So it looks like this, right? Key number 1, I have a pain, right? I have a physical pain. My body's telling me what's wrong. And so instead of silencing the messenger who's just speaking to us through pain, that's just language. Okay, I ask the messenger, what's wrong? Okay, are you physical? Is my problem physical? If it is, it's either going to be a parasite, a toxin, or a nutrient deficiency. It could be multiple though. It could be multiple parasites, multiple toxins, or multiple nutrient deficiencies. Your body's gonna tell you what is first priority. And so if it's a parasite, you guys, I wanna know what parasite, okay? I wanna know what parasite. I'm not gonna just take a random parasite cleanse and hope it works too. So your body is going to tell you, right, what parasite and what you need to take to clear it, 100%. And so isn't that incredible that your body can do that? You guys, this is what I teach. Doctors and scientists have proven that our bodies can test with a 99.9% accuracy. Why isn't anyone sharing this information? And why isn't anyone sharing this information for free? Okay? Because I'm not the only one that teaches this, but I'm the only one that gives out this information for free. Okay? Most of this information is behind a paywall. I hate to say it, but it is. So I now am going to ask my body, right? If it's not physical, what else is it? What else could it be? Okay, if it's not physical, so a lot of you guys are dealing with things that are spiritual. I forgot to put my little bubble up here that says, hey, what you're dealing with, doctors can't explain it because it's spiritual. What do I mean by spiritual? I mean that a doctor cannot do physical labs on emotional trauma, on generational trauma, on spiritual warfare, okay? And those are the things that most of us are dealing with that are now causing us the physical pain, like chronic inflammation, arthritis, Hashimoto's, autoimmune disorder, cancer, infertility, okay? All of these things could very well be caused from childhood trauma, emotional trauma, physical trauma, okay? So the next key, okay, make sure you get your pen and paper, make sure you're following me, okay? The next key, yeah, fibromyalgia, right? Your body will tell you exactly why and how to cure yourself, okay? In literal seconds, you can test and know exactly why and how to heal yourself, okay? Thank you, Shelby, you're here, yay. So you guys, my gorgeous friend and student in my spiritual mastery course, she's helping moderate, so she'll answer any questions, okay? So if you have questions, drop them below. So we're going through the 7 keys, okay? I'm talking about things that are spiritual that could be causing you absolute chaos in your life. The next key is the emotional key. So if you have ever experienced sexual trauma, emotional trauma, physical trauma, spiritual trauma, religious trauma, okay? Anywhere from the ages of 0 to 25, you most likely have not healed that. And so this is what happens. Our brains, our bodies, right, do not have the mental capacity to tell the truth about the things that have happened to us. So when I was 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and was experiencing physical and sexual trauma, okay, I did not have the mental capacity to tell myself the truth that those things weren't okay, that what was happening to me was not okay, okay? So what did my body do? My body protected me from a lot of those traumas, right? It trapped those emotions in my body. And so now I'm 30 and I'm 40 and I'm 50 and my body's trying to bring these emotions up now so that we can heal them because now I have the mental capacity, right? Hey, Fairy Green. Now I have the mental capacity to tell the truth to my younger self so that can be healed and cleared. But what happens, you guys, is we are taught to silence our truth. Okay? We are taught to silence the one thing that will set us free. And so when these emotions try to surface, we run to the painkillers, right? We run to the drugs. We run to the alcohol. We run to the binge eating, right? We run to things to self-soothe and push those emotions down, okay? But I'm telling you, when you silence the messenger does not go away, okay? The messenger gets louder. The messenger throws a temper tantrum because you are refusing to listen. And so this is why you are dealing with chronic inflammation, chronic pain. The longer you silence the messenger, the louder she gets. So why don't we listen to the messenger, right? She will tell us exactly what's wrong. You guys, the second the messenger tells us what we need to do, she leaves. And that is why I see miracle healings happen in minutes. Because people, for the first time in their entire lives, give the messenger permission to speak. She speaks, she leaves, okay? And she takes the pain with her. And it is that freaking simple. So if you guys are new here, you guys follow me, make sure you don't lose me. I teach you the keys for free. We just went through the third key, okay? You might be dealing with chronic pain, inflammation, diseases, disorders, because you have a trapped childhood trauma, a trapped emotional trauma that needs to be repaired, okay? And it's simple. It's simple, okay? So let's go to the next key. Let's go to the next key. Who loves these keys so far? Okay, I love these keys. They're life-changing. I give you the keys for free. So next key, okay? We're going through the keys. Generational trauma. Yay, Tangi, I love it. Generational trauma. So do you know that doctors, scientists have proven through epigenetics that we can have fears, phobias, sicknesses passed down through mom and dad multiple generations back, right? They have literally proven that you could have fear, phobia, sicknesses, diseases that are not even yours. They have been generationally passed down through epigenetics. So what does this look like? Well, I might be dealing with something like a money block. I might be dealing with chronic fatigue. I might be dealing with scarcity. I might be dealing with really crappy relationships. And it's not even mine. It's generational. And so if I test yes to generational, right, I can know exactly, did it come from mom? Did it come from dad? How many generations back? Do I need to know more? Do I need to know the emotion? Your body will tell you, okay? So that is the generational key. I have had multiple generations of trauma, okay? My dad came from a line of soldiers. My mom came from a line of sexual trauma, okay? And so doesn't mean that the abuses will come, like just because I was abused doesn't mean I'm going to abuse my kid. What happens is you take on the belief systems, right? You take on the belief systems. Those are encoded into your DNA. So as a child, right, I was physically abused, I was sexually abused, and I took on those same emotional belief systems, right, from my mom and my dad. And it wasn't until I was older that I recognized this and I could clear it, because we are not taught these things, okay? We are taught to silence our truth. When you silence your truth, you silence the messenger, the one thing that God has given us to set us free. Okay, how are we doing with the keys, you guys? Loving them, loving them. So let's go to the next key. So I'm going to teach you the 7 keys, right? And then I'm going to show you, I'm going to prove to you that these keys work. We're going to do some one-on-ones, okay? I'm going to prove to you that we can take people from a 10-10 pain to a 0 pain in literal minutes, okay? And I teach you guys exactly how to do what I do in my $27 guide. So right now it's only $27, okay? I teach you how. Thank you. Hey, Jason. I teach you, we go into full detail on the 7 keys, and I teach you how to do this for yourself and other people. So in my $27 guide, you also get all the charts, because if it is physical, right, we want to know what parasite, what toxin, what nutrient deficiency. It is the full, complete system. Now, In my free guide, I do list the keys and I teach a very easy, simple way for you to start getting your yes and no. Okay? The 7 keys unlock your truth. Okay? And then I also have the most incredible spiritual mastery course. This is for people who feel the call. That's all I'm going to say. If you feel like you are meant to work with me very intimately, okay, look up my information. If you feel called, it's for you. If not, it's not. Okay? So next key, absorbed. So how many empaths are in here tonight? Where are my empaths at? You guys, thank you so much for tapping the screen and sharing too, because this will get this information to people who need these keys, right? In my free guide alone, I give so much information. I give a free course. I give the keys. I give a how to get a yes or no. You guys, just in my free guide, okay? Look at all my empaths in here. Me, I think I must be one. Yeah, Marie, you totally are. I'm so sorry. You are so pretty. I keep failing the course. No. Okay. So, sorry, I got distracted in the comments. Empaths, we feel energy, right? We can walk into a room and feel energy. We can know when someone's toxic. We can know when someone's thinking bad things about us, right? We are so in tune. You guys, the course is linked in my bio. So everything is linked in my profile. Or you can go to my site, heatherashleyjones.com. Everything's there too, okay? I want to speak directly to my empaths because a lot of us are very, very, very in tune with energy because of our trauma. So as children, we had to become totally aware of our surroundings because at a drop of a pin, things could change, right? Emotions could change. People could become triggered. We needed to protect ourselves as children from the abuse, right? So we have been our sensories have been heightened, right? It's part of our spiritual gifts that we came here to achieve, but the only way to achieve those was through these horrific traumas, okay? And so you wonder why you have these spiritual gifts. When I come across empaths, I know without even having to get to know them that in their childhood, at one point in time, they had to protect themselves. They didn't have anyone to protect them, okay? They had people breaking their boundaries, right? There were no boundaries. People could talk to you the way they wanted to. They could treat you any way they wanted to, whether that was physical or sexual abuse, whether that was swearing or yelling or beating you. And so as an adult, you were super heightened aware. So what does this also look like, right? We tend to absorb energy. We tend to be the dumpsters where people, random strangers will come up to you and say, they'll tell you their whole life stories, right? And they're like, I never was able to tell anybody that before. And then now you're left with all this absorbed energy and all this baggage, okay? And a lot of us empaths, we tend to take jobs where we're in the service industry, right? Like we do hair, we're nurses, we're serving people, right? Because there's a reason for that too. You are meant to serve, but in a different capacity. You're meant to be seen and heard, but I'm going to tell you why. So for those of you guys who are absorbing energy, how exhausting is that? Yeah, 100%. How exhausting are you guys feeling right now? So when I use the 7 keys, you guys, and I test absorbed energy, I know that I took on someone's energy that's not mine, okay? And I send it back to sender. And so a lot of you guys need to start setting boundaries. A lot of you guys that experienced trauma as children, okay, you never were taught how to set energetic boundaries because people walked all over you. And so now you're 30, 40, 50, 60, right? And you just allow anyone to dump on you and you don't even know it, okay? Sometimes you can literally be in a room with someone and you can take on their energy. That's called quantum entanglement. So bottom line is, if you have the keys and you have physical pain, your body will tell you exactly what it is and that you can clear it in seconds, okay? So absorbed energy. I always tell this story because it's the most powerful story. Good. You guys, if you haven't, get my free guide and do my Live Empowered course, right? It'll teach you how to set boundaries. There's so many people who just need the basics. How to set boundaries, how to say no, how to create safety in the body, how to become aware of what's going on in your life so you can change it. So you guys, I'm going to tell a quick story about the absorbed energy. We're going through the 7 keys, okay? Yes, backroom beauty. So I had a friend who had serious stomach issues. So for those of you who just joined, we're talking about how to heal, right? Chronic pain, chronic issues that are probably spiritual. So I had a friend, she had massive stomach issues ever since she was little, right? Constipation, bloating. The doctors gave her Miralax. That's the only thing they could offer. And so now she's 25, okay? She comes and sees me. I work one-on-one with her, right? I use the keys. Guess what we tested? Absorbed energy, okay? When I speak to the messenger, which you guys will learn how to do in my guide, when I speak to the messenger, that's just your higher self, okay? That's just your intuition. When I speak to the messenger, I ask, do I need to know more? Okay, I do not silence the messenger until the messenger gives me the entire message. So the messenger said, yes, you need to know more. Okay, how old was she? She was 6 months old. Okay, do I need to know more? Yes. All right, who did she absorb this energy from? Her mom. Okay, cool. Does she need to know more? Yes. Okay, what happened? Was there some sort of an accident? Yes. Okay, cool. Do we need to know more? No. So within a matter of minutes, you guys, her bloating went down. Her stomach was so tiny, right? She felt relief in literal minutes for the first time in over 25 years. And she's like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. This is insane, you know? So then of course, the second we're done, she calls her mom. And she says, hey mom, did something happen when I was 6 months old? Were we in an accident or something? And she's like, yeah, how did you know? She's like, we shouldn't be alive today. We were in a car accident. And when you were 6 months old, we should not be alive today. And so you guys, her mom was driving down the freeway, got in an accident, right? It was so bad. They don't know how they survived. She had her brand new 6-month-old baby in the backseat. Guess what that 6-month-old baby did? She absorbed the energy in the car from her mom, thinking that she was going to die. And now here's this little baby with this energy that's not hers. And she's going into childhood with massive stomach pain, cramping, because that is where the absorbed energy sat in her stomach. Okay? And now she's 25 years old, and in the matter of minutes, we clear the absorbed energy. Stomach pain completely gone. Okay? Still my friend today, no stomach issues. So why are we not taught as parents how to tap into our children? Because if she had known these keys and her 6-month-old baby started becoming colic and started having stomach issues, she could have tested, is my baby dealing with something physical, emotional, generational, or absorbed? And the second that she tested absorbed, she could have asked, was it hers? And she would have got a no. Was it mine? Yes. Can we clear it? Yes. You guys, these keys work. Okay, everything is energy. Everything is connected. And so when you learn the keys, you can heal yourself in literal seconds. You can know exactly what's wrong in literal seconds. Okay, doctors and scientists have proven this method works with a 99.9% accuracy. So all you have to do is tap into your gift, learn how to get your yes and no. Okay, this is something that I teach you for free. When you learn how to tap into your intuition and use your body as an instrument to know exactly what's wrong, the keys will unlock truth. So the keys don't do any healing. The keys are gateways for you to get to the root cause quicker. And I will tell you, every single thing is located in the keys. How do I know this? Because I've been doing this for over 10 years. I've helped thousands of people, and there's nothing outside of the 7 keys. Nothing. And so when you have the keys, you can literally get to the root cause of your symptoms in literal seconds. I do this every single day on live, and it's the most powerful thing. Okay? So who's ready for the next key? Who is ready? And you guys, thanks for tapping those hearts, for sharing. If you are in my spiritual mastery course and you're on this live, let me know. Okay? so I can shout out my queens. Yeah, these keys are so cool, you guys. I love them. I'm not going to stop teaching until every single person has these keys, okay? Until every single person knows and remembers who they are and that they have a gift of discernment, that you can literally know exactly what's wrong with you. You will check out the link in my bio and all the information's there, okay? Oh my gosh, hey, Backroom Beauty. She's like, literally just joined TikTok. Don't know what I'm doing. LMO, just started scrolling. Yeah, so make sure you follow me. Tap on my picture up here and make sure you follow me so you don't lose me. And I love that this is your first time on TikTok and you found me. This happens so many times. Okay, I literally had a lady in my spiritual mastery course, first time ever on TikTok, found me. You guys, it's not coincidental. Or it's not accidental, okay? It is coincidental. I don't believe in coincidences, is what I'm trying to say, okay? Those are God winks, okay? That means that you were put in the right place at the right time to hear this message, okay? So we're going through the keys. I teach the keys for free, and these keys just help you remember truth. So we've already went through all the keys. We have 2 keys left. So who's ready? Who's ready for the last 2 keys? Let's go. Yes. So if you guys haven't already, thanks for following. Get my free guide, you guys. It is incredible, the information that you get. And then if you feel called to get my $27 guide, okay, this will teach you exactly how to do what I do. The whole shebang, the whole system, okay? So let's go to the next key. You guys, the spiritual key. So what do I mean by the spiritual key? I will tell you. When I was 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, I saw demonic entities with my own eyes. I saw terrifying shadow beings that would shapeshift and change form. I was silenced, okay? I had night terrors. I had sleep paralysis. Now, I do not say these things to create fear. I say them because I personally witnessed them. And so when people say that they see things or hear things, I know that they're speaking truth. Okay? Rochelle, yeah. Hey, Patty. So as a child, I did not have the knowledge, nor did I know that I could cast those things out. So I was in fear almost every single night of my childhood. My parents were fighting. My mom was living a double life. So there was lots of fighting, lots of chaos, right? I was getting my butt whooped as a little girl. So lots of physical abuse. I was being sexually abused by babysitters, right? Being exposed to pornographic things. And so, of course, these entities fed in our home. And so I would wake up terrified, absolutely terrified. And of course, a little child, what do you say? There's monsters in my room, Mom. And what do your parents say? Oh, there's no such thing as monsters, okay? So it wasn't until I was well into my 30s that I experienced something, I had migraines for over a decade. And I had someone, right, do a session on me because I was in a place where I couldn't get to my medication. And she told me I was being attacked by legions of entities. And that was the first time in 10 years that I didn't have a migraine because I was able to heal myself by casting those things out. And so that is when I knew that they could cause physical pain without you even knowing it. Headaches, backaches, neck pain, stomach pain, right? There are spiritual things happening. And so I am here to tell you that they are very much real. And if you don't believe in those things because you've never seen them, that's totally fine. But what if your pain was attached to something spiritual? Wouldn't you want to know? And I'm telling you that you can know. And that it's not scary. It's just truth. And when you have the keys, right? When you have the keys and you ask, is what I'm dealing with spiritual? and you get a yes, you can know exactly what it was or is. I had migraines at 11 years old. Wow, yeah. So you guys, this is why I tell people and parents, learn the keys, okay? What is the title of the 7 keys? It's called the truth code, right? The 7 keys are in the truth code. So do I feel when someone has those entities? I don't go, most people, most healers, psychics, or mediums, you guys, we don't go walking around picking up energy. But yeah, you can tell when someone has dark energy, right? Their eyes go dark. I used to date this guy, and every time he drank, I swear he got possessed by demonic entities, okay? So we're teaching the keys right now. Oh, what's the name of the 6th key? The spiritual key. Yeah, so if you've been dealing with headaches, right, for years, sleep paralysis for years, okay, you might have something spiritual going on, but you can know. You can test, okay? Yeah. Oh, when your husband does cannabis, you can tell a difference? Yeah. So you guys, I teach these keys to empower people, not to induce fear, okay? Not to create fear. When I'm working with people and I test that they have a demonic entity or a deceiver entity, or a curse or a hex or a fiery dart of the adversary, it's never fear-based. It's like, oh, you have something here? Let's send it on its way, okay? Let's clear it, because that is how powerful we are. So, you guys, I grew up going to church every Sunday. So when Jesus in the scriptures talked about casting out demonic entities and into the swine, I knew that wasn't a parable, okay? I knew he was literally casting demonic entities out of people and into swine, okay? When the demonic entities spoke through the person, okay, it was not a parable, okay? It was literal demonic entities possessing human bodies and using those bodies, okay? Hurting them, causing them pain. So if this is happening to you, or maybe it's not, okay? Maybe you feel a certain way. Maybe you feel dark energy. Maybe you've had pain that doctors can't explain, okay? So this is why I teach the keys. So we're going through the 7 keys. You guys get my free guide. My free guide lists these keys, okay? My free guide only goes into the first 3 keys, right? The physical, key number 1, that is becoming aware, and key number 3, right? The emotional. So if you want all the keys, how to use them and access them, that's my $27 guide. Ooh, my son, who's 12, has migraines, stomach pain, panic attacks. I didn't know why I was with, ooh, girl. Yeah, I would start with my free guide. You can test your son. You can know exactly what's causing his headaches, his pain, his symptoms, okay? In literal seconds, you guys, I will show you in seconds how you can get to the root cause. That's how these keys work, okay? Let's go to the next key. How's everyone doing? It has been a long day. How has the day been for people, you guys? So, we only have 1 key left. Hey, Kia. Long. Yeah, it's been a long day. Yes, Rochelle. So glad you're here, Queen. Kia, yes, Queen. We need a retreat. I'm going to host a retreat. I'm not sure when. I think it's going to be the end of February or March, but we need a women's retreat. Get all our spiritual woo-woo women together. No pain, D. Dior. Shelby, will you pin her? Yes, Queen. So we tested D. Dior on Saturday, okay? And she is still at a 0 pain. That is incredible. Thank you for commenting so that we can acknowledge you. Yes. So you guys, you will see miracles in your life, even in your own life. So after about 5 years doing really intense one-on-ones with people and seeing miracles happen before my eyes, right? I knew that this information needed to be shared. Okay? I knew that people had been lied to, that we have been silencing our truth for years. There is a reason why, you guys, there is a reason why our system is created the way it is. When you were a baby, when you were first born, we are taught when babies get sick to give them painkillers. Okay, we have been taught that pain is bad. The second you have pain, you got to silence it. You got to take a painkiller, right? Am I wrong or am I right? Am I wrong or am I right? So guess what I did, you guys? Guess what I did as a brand new mom? The second my baby got a fever, got sick, I silenced their pain with painkillers. I did not know that the body was communicating that something wasn't right, and that I could ask the body, I could ask my baby's body, what do you need? And the body would tell me, okay? So this is what this looks like, you guys. I am now a mom. I have a 4-year-old, okay? I have a little 4-year-old. I have grown kids too, right? I kind of messed up and learned on the grown kids. I have a 4-year-old. He woke up, he threw up in the living room. My husband said, hey, Vince just threw up. Don't know why. What would I normally have done? I would have ran to my kitchen, grabbed stomach medicine, pain medicine, checked his temperature, right? Done all those things. This time I had the keys. So I asked, thank you, Vince's body. Okay, what's wrong? Is there something physically going on? Is there something emotionally going on? Is there something generational? Is there something absorbed? You guys, I got yes to absorbed energy. Guess what happened that morning? Me and my husband got in an argument, right? We had bad energy. Guess what my sweet little 4-year-old son did? We call him my sunshine baby. He just absorbed that energy right up into his body. But guess what his body knew? His body knew this is not mine and threw it up. Okay, purged that energy out of his body. And guess what? He was fine all day long. He didn't have a fever. He didn't have any stomach ache, nothing. So we have been taught to silence our children's pain because that's what was done to us. So there is a system here. Hey, Suzette. There is a system here that is broken, that is meant to keep us stuck and silent and in pain. Because when you have pain, you pay to go to the doctors. And when you go to the doctors, they give you painkillers. And these painkillers silence the messenger. It doesn't make the messenger go away. The messenger just gets louder and louder and louder. And now we're dealing with chronic inflammation. Now we're dealing with Hashimoto's, with cancer, with diabetes, with massive amounts of obese people. Okay? And I'm telling you, it is not because we are broken. It's because the system is broken and it forces us to silence our truth. You want to know why there's an epidemic of overweight people? Everyone wants to blame it on the food. It's not the food's problem. It is the emotional trauma that they are trying to silence, okay? It is protection. Whenever I see someone carrying extra weight, I see someone who needs help, who is suffering inside in silence, who doesn't know how to share what's going on with them because we're taught to silence our truth, okay? So, learn the keys, you guys. Ask your body what it needs, okay? Yeah, right? And same with addicts. When I see addicts who are stuck in addiction, when I see alcoholics, I do not see someone who's trying to self-sabotage. I see someone who has trauma, okay? I see someone who's using whatever they can to feel good inside so that they don't leave this world, right? It is a self-perseverance mechanism. How do I cope with what I'm dealing with in here? Because what's in here is not safe, so I need to escape it. The longer you try to escape things outside of you, thank you, Suzette, right? The worse, the darker, the bigger, the more you need, right? The louder the messenger gets. Okay, last key. Lucky's like, give me these keys. I love it. So the last key, you guys, is the past life key. The past life key. So I had my own personal experience with this. Now, if you don't believe in these things, you guys, that's totally fine. But I'm here to speak to those who do. So I had an experience where I was dealing with chronic chest pain, okay? I didn't know what was going on. I went to the doctors, okay? No fever, no cough. This is way before COVID, okay? Thank you, Suzette. And I didn't know what was wrong. Now, I had most of the keys. I didn't have all of them at this time. In fact, I didn't have keys. I just knew how to intuitive test. And so I asked my body, what is this? What is this pain? And my body told me it is not from this lifetime. And I didn't understand what that meant, right? So I ignored it, and I'm hard-headed. So a couple days later, I'm going on almost 4 weeks of massive chest pain. You guys, I am talking like my ribs felt like they were crushing in on themselves and I could barely breathe. And so finally, I asked my body again, what is this pain? Okay. Doctors said it was nothing. Maybe it was a virus. Doctors couldn't figure it out. Okay. My body told me again, it is not from this lifetime. So I did what everyone does. I went on YouTube. Okay. I searched up past life. I found a past life meditation. Okay. Wow, Alexis. You know, that happens to so many people, right? I will speak to you on that. So you guys, I did a meditation and I saw myself in vision. Okay, you can't make this stuff up. I saw myself in vision as a red-headed princess. Okay, I was in a castle. Okay, you would think that's amazing. Wow, cool. No, it wasn't. Okay, I was a woman. I had no power. I had no worth. I was a woman. Okay, I was treated worse than the dog. Okay, I was a woman. Okay, I had these spiritual gifts. I couldn't speak. I couldn't help anyone. I was trapped in a castle, alone, being abused. Okay, and I felt everything she was feeling. So I came out of that and I was like, what the heck? Okay, I could resonate. I could understand. I was a woman. I had gifts, but I didn't understand. The pain was still there. Okay, the pain was still there. So I'm like, shoot, now what? So I reached out to a friend who did spiritual work, right? And she grew up in the same religion as me, so I felt safe going to see her. And we were doing a session, and about 5 or 10 minutes in, you guys, I didn't tell her anything, okay? But I felt like I needed to tell her that I think I believe in multiple lives, okay? The second I told her that, you guys, she's like, oh, I believe in those things too. She's like, I see a red-headed little girl running through the fields. And you guys, the second she said, I see a red-headed little girl, I knew that she was seeing the same person I saw in my vision. And it was instant chills, instant lightning bolt through my body that this was true. And within literal seconds, okay, my chest pain was completely gone. Completely gone, okay? And so I knew without a shadow of a doubt that what I had just experienced was true. And that there are some things that are happening right now in your lifetime that you cannot explain, physical pain, symptoms that are not attached to this lifetime, right? Maybe it's karma, maybe it's the persecution's cross, maybe it's an imprint, but there have been hundreds, if not thousands of stories, right? I have since certified in past life regression, right? I have since done the certifications, and I'm telling you that you do not need $1,000 certifications to test if you have something past life, okay? And if it's blocking you or hurting you, and if you need to clear it. It's as easy, do I have a past life? Yes or no? Does it need to be cleared? Yes or no? Okay, that's it. Because I used to spend hours in meditation trying to get to the root cause. I used to spend hours doing my Reiki clients trying to get to the root cause. I used to spend hours with my clients, right, trying to figure it out. Now it's seconds. I love the telepathy tapes. Now it's seconds. You guys, you can literally know and get to the root cause of your problem in seconds, okay? It takes minutes, sometimes longer to integrate or heal, right? If you've been dealing with something for a long time, of course it's gonna take a little long to heal or integrate, but you could know exactly how to heal yourself in literal minutes, okay? Isn't that so cool, you guys? I'm telling you, hundreds of thousands of people, okay, I've worked with across the entire globe. I think the only country I haven't worked in is China. If you say that, Clarissa said, I'm just genuinely an unlucky person. Whatever you believe is true. So you've got to change your wording. Okay, you've got to change your wording. Okay, you have to say that everything is working for my highest and greatest good. Even when it's not working for you that you think, trust that it is, okay? Everything that happened in my life was intentional for where I am today. All of my traumas, all of my trials were hashtag training for the woman I am today. So I'm not a victim, I am a survivor. And I wouldn't be the woman I am today with the knowledge I have today, with the empathy and the love and the compassion that I have today if I didn't experience such devastating loss, such devastating abuse. Oh, Queen. So Clarissa, this is where the keys are going to come help you. Maybe you have a curse or a hex. Yeah? Maybe you have something demonic attached to you. Okay? Maybe there's some generational trauma you need to clear that energy. Okay? So, get my free guide, Queen. There's a reason why you're watching this and hearing this. Okay? Because you probably have been praying and asking, I need an answer. Okay? This is it. You guys, all of the information that I give you in my $27 guide is literally all the information you need to take your power back. There's no such thing as mental illness, okay? You guys, when your body is not working properly, okay, when there's disease in the body, it makes you feel a certain way. When you can heal your body, your mental health will be healed too, okay? Mental health is when there is distortion, when there are lies, okay? When there are lies and distortion, okay, we have to recognize what is the truth. What is the lie? What is the distortion? I need to go and fix that, okay? A lot of people are dealing with mental health because of the traumas they experienced. So when I was a child and was sexually and physically abused, I had distortion, okay? There were lies, okay, that I created about myself. That I was unlovable, that I was not good enough, that I was broken. None of those things were true. I was a child, okay? I didn't have the mental capacity to tell myself the truth. So my body created up belief systems or codes, right? Or protected and silenced that until I was an adult and could heal that and tell myself the truth. The second that you can see your little self and get rid of the distortion and the lies, okay, that part of you will be healed. And then there will be no mental health or disease, okay? If you have addictions, what are you trying to escape? Most likely it's the traumas, okay? Yeah, this is a generation where parents are getting cut off hardcore. Just because your parents gave birth to you does not mean that they get a VIP seat at your table, okay? I keep saying okay a lot. How's everyone doing? So those are the 7 keys. Let's go through them one more time. If you haven't gotten the keys, why haven't you gotten my free guide yet? If you really, really want to go all in on this system, get the $27 guide, okay? Don't take my word for it. I need to post a video of all of the reviews, hundreds of reviews, right? This is life-changing. I cannot believe that I've been carrying this trauma for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. I cannot believe that it was as simple as clearing one absorbed emotion, clearing one generational trauma, right? It is not hard to do. So in my $27 guide, I teach you the exact method that I learned in Germany. So I was certified in kinesiology in the States. Hardest thing for me, right? I have incredible women in my spiritual mastery group who can do it so effortlessly, not me, okay? I was like, I'm broken. So when I finally learned this system, that's so easy. My children can use it, right? My children know how to use the system. My husband does. And you guys, my husband is not a spiritual person. He can test. It's hilarious watching him do it, but he knows how to get a yes or no. When you know how to get your yes and no, the 7 keys just unlock your truth in seconds, right? They're just gateways. And again, you guys, I don't think you realize how incredible just getting the 7 keys are. Because I am the only person that I know that teaches every single key for free, right? It took me 10 years just to recognize what all the keys were. But once I recognized them, right, It gave me the key to unlock truth for every single thing that could possibly go wrong in my life and everyone else's. And so I created the system for doctors, for nurses, for people who have spiritual practices, and for moms who want to help their kids, or for women, right, who are stuck being gaslit about their pain, being told, right, that they have to spend hundreds or thousands of dollars for testing, or they have to get unnecessary surgeries because there's no other way. And so that's why I created the system. And also because God told me to, because I was so mad, right? I was so mad. When I learned the truth, like most people do when they realize how simple it is, when you realize how simple and easy it is and you start seeing miracles, you're going to be like, this is a joke. The system is broken. It's a trap to keep people stick in paying money that they don't need to heal themselves. Yeah. All right. So it's 8:30. I'm getting through the keys fast now. Who's ready to do some one-on-ones? Okay. So I will tell you before people start mass texting, I am not a psychic. I am not your medium, and I'm not your healer. Okay. I am here to teach you how to do these things for yourself. So if you have not followed me and if you have not gotten my free guide, okay, that means to me that you are not looking to truly heal yourself, right? I want you to know that you have the same capability as I do. So I need you to learn how to do this, okay? Thank you, Shelby. Yeah. Shelby, will you do me a favor, Queen? I'm going to have you list the first person for me and then pin them in order. So Shelby will pick the first person that follows the orders. Okay. She's going to make sure that you're following me. Okay. That you got the free guide. And those of you guys who are waiting, make sure you're tapping on the screen. Okay. Make sure you're tapping so that other people, you guys, I don't get paid for hearts. I don't. Okay. I want people to know and have this information because it was life-changing for me when I received it. And I wish someone had taken just a few minutes to share their knowledge with me, especially when I was in my 20s or my 30s. It would have saved me years of heartache. It would have saved me so much trauma if I would have known this information sooner, okay? Okay, so we're going to start with Kel, 810, abdominal pain. Okay. So you guys, this is, before I start, I have to teach you the fastest way to clear pain. So in my certifications, there was these huge elaborate ways to test and to get to the root. And then there was this huge elaborate process to clear. Okay, I am here to tell you that you need two things. You need to know how to breathe. Everyone knows how to do that. And you need to know what unconditional love is. That's it. So as I do this for you, if you're the one that's being called, okay, this is what it looks like. I'm going to get permission. That just means that I am able now to speak to your messenger. Okay, everyone can do this. When I speak to your messenger, the messenger is going to tell me exactly what you need to know to heal yourself. I'm not healing anybody on these lives. Yay, Alexis! I'm not healing anyone, okay? You are doing the work on your own. So what this looks like is you're going to hold sacred space when it's time to clear. You're going to breathe. You're going to continue to breathe. You're going to breathe an unconditional love into the pain, and with each breath out, you're going to see the pain leaving your body. Some of you guys might feel like you need to cry, like you need to throw up. You're going to get super hot or sweaty. You're going to feel like shaky, okay? Trust that that is just the energy moving through your body, okay? And integrating. We all good? Okay, so BB Kel, I have permission, yes, okay? This is how I do it. I go through the keys and I ask the body, what's the first priority? Physical, emotional, spiritual. So the first key for BB Kel is spiritual. Okay? In my $27 guide, you guys, I now have a list of all of the spiritual things. If it's good, what could it be? If it's bad, what could it be? So for her, it's the bad. Unclean spirit, it's demonic. Okay? It's demonic. Remember, I do not teach these things to bring in fear. It's demonic. Does she need to know more? Yes. Let me get this a little closer. Does she need to know what age? Yes. 1 through 5, 5 through 10, 10 through 15, 15 through 20, 15, 16, 17. Okay, so at 17 is when this demonic entity attached to you. Are there more than one? Yes. Are there legion? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Are there more than 10? Are there 10? Okay, 10. So there's 10 that are attached to you. Does she need to know more? No. Does she need to know the emotion? No. Okay. So at age 17, you had 10 demonic entities attached to you. Okay. Are they attached to your abdomen? Yep. This is where they're anchored in, is your stomach. So this is how you clear demonic entities. This is one way. Okay. No matter what, you have the power to cast things out just through your words. I have learned how to say it a specific way that's helped me. Okay, so as you say this, BB Kel, add anything else that you want to say. You can say in the name of Jesus. You can say whatever you feel called to, okay? So I command these demonic entities that are attached to my stomach. They attached when I was 17. I command them to leave my body now. I become invisible to them. I remove any tracers or trackers from my body. Okay? You can say in the name of Jesus, in the name of God, I fill my body with unconditional love. And you guys, this is key. When you were 17, something happened or you believed something about yourself that wasn't true. There was distortion about yourself. So I want you to see your 17-year-old self. Okay, and I want you to tell her, what did she need to hear? BB Kel, what did she need to hear? What was the truth? Okay, and I want you to see her being completely healed. All the lies, distortion gone. Okay, that's been cleared 100%. Good job, BB Kel. So now I'm going to ask, what will that bring her pain level to? A 7, a 6, a 5, a 4, a 3. So that should bring your abdomen pain down to a 3, which means there is another key. So if you guys want to learn this, you guys get my $27 guide. Okay? Okay, Alexis is next. So she has another key. Physical, emotional, spiritual. Again, the good side, the bad side. Deceiver, demonic, curse. Okay, so this time it's a hex. You guys, hexes and curses only work if we allow them to. And when we're kids or we're younger, we usually allow them to because we just don't know. So you were hexed. Does she need to know the age? Yes. 1 through 5, 5 through 10, 10 through 15, 15 through 20, 15. Dang, girl, what happened at 17? That was a hard year for you. Thanks, Suzette. So BB Kel, what happened to you at 17? So she was hexed. Does she need to know by who? Mom, dad, brother, sister. Do you have a sister? Do we need to know more? No. Do we need to know the emotion? No. So again, BB Kel, I was kicked out of my house when my father remarried by my stepmother. Oh, interesting. Do you have like a sister or a half sister or a stepsister? Anyways, we need to clear this hex that was put on you, okay? So same thing, you're just gonna I command this hex that was put on me to leave now. I command this hex that was put on me to leave now, in the name of Jesus. Okay, I fill my body with unconditional love. This has been cleared, yes. This will bring her pain to a 3, a 2, a 1. This will bring your pain down to a 0, BB Kel. tonight on this live. So you let us know when that abdomen pain is completely gone. And so keep breathing. You guys, as you're clearing pain, keep breathing. Keep breathing. I feel a little nausea. Good. Trust the nausea. If you need to throw up, let it come out. If you need to burp, let it come out. Don't try to hold it in. Just let it come out. That is your body removing what it needs to. Okay? Purging. Does she need another key? Yes. So there's one more key. Is there one more key? Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past. I knew it. Absorbed. So absorbed. So what you need to do now is command any absorbed energies. Does she need to know the emotion? No. Command any absorbed energies in your body that are not yours, right? They're absorbed, to leave now. I command all absorbed energies that are in my body to leave now. And then fill that space with unconditional love. Okay? And then let us know, BB Kel, as that goes down to a 0. Okay? Keep breathing. Maybe you need to walk around or move around, but this is moving the energy. You guys, every single one of you guys watching this, you can do this. You can do this with your friends, on yourself, on your children, on your husband, right? As long as you have permission, you can tap in to anyone. As long as they give you permission. You don't need permission to tap into your children, okay? You do not need permission to tap into your children unless they're grown and married, right? You can still tap in, but you can't save your kids from their traumas or trials either. I wish we could, but we can't. Okay, they're here to learn intentionally too. All right, Alexis, are you here? Alexis. Thank you so much, Shelby, for pinning people for me. So is Shelby here? And then who's after Alexis, Shelby? Alexis is here. Okay, pain in lungs and heart. Okay, so do I have permission? Yes. So she has pain in her lungs and her heart. Is that connected? Yes. So you guys, whenever people have multiple pains, you always have to ask your body, are they connected? If they're not, what's first priority? And then you treat that one first, and then you treat the second priority. Okay, does that make sense? Your body already knows exactly what to do and how to do it, in what order. Okay, if you want to learn the system, you guys get my $27 guide. It's incredible, I promise. Okay, what's the first key? Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational. Generational, from your dad. So generational from your dad. Okay, I'm taking off my thumb rings. They're driving me nuts. Generation. So generational from your dad. Okay, I'm taking off my thumb rings. They're driving me nuts. Generational from your dad. Does she need to know more? Hey, Brock. Veronica, did you get the guide? I sent it to you. Okay, I don't know why, Queen, but yours does not like me to send it, but hopefully you got it the third time. Third time's the charm. All right, Alexis, generational from dad. Does she need to know more? Yes. Does she need to know how many generations? Yes. Is it just this lifetime? No. So multiple lifetimes, okay, through your dad's line. Does she need to know the emotion? Yes. Front page, back page, 50 through 60, 61, 62. Worthless. You guys, that has been the theme today. Oh my goodness. Worthless. Lungs and heart is where this is attached. So this is what you're going to do. I command this worthless energy that's not mine, epigenetics, to be cleared from my body now. In all generations, in all timelines, in all space, and witness the healing. Witness it being cleared through not only your heart and chest, but through your dad's. His dad, generationally, multiple lifetimes. I command that worthless energy to leave my body now, and I fill it with unconditional love. That's been cleared 100%. That will get her pain to a 9, an 8, a 7. That will get your pain to a 6, which means you have another key. So what's the next key? Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational again. From your dad again. Just this lifetime, yes. Does she need to know the emotion? Yes. Front page. Okay, so this time it's on the front page. So you guys, in my charts, I list all the emotions, all the parasites, all the toxins, spiritual warfare, the past lives, so you can test exactly what it is in seconds, right? It doesn't take 3 to 4 to 5 hours to test and know what's wrong with you. Okay, my doctor, right? The person I learned to Innerwise from in Germany, okay, he was a doctor. He was like, I cannot be waiting weeks to get lab results for my patients who need surgery, right? Who need help now. And so he is the one that discovered, just like multiple doctors and scientists, that our bodies are instruments that can test within 99.9% accuracy. So he is the one that I learned the system from, that I teach you in my guide. Okay, so front page. Resentment. So resentment, okay, not yours, not yours. So I command this resentment. Oh, Alexis. She says, I do feel less, which is amazing because I have heart failure. So Alexis, I command this resentment that is trapped in my heart and lungs to leave my body now. I fill it with unconditional love. Filling your lungs with unconditional love, breathing out the pain, witnessing it being cleared from you and from your dad generations back. So Alexis, you guys, when I teach these things, and I teach people scripture too, okay, God literally said, do not put your light under a bushel. Every single time that you silence your truth, you put your light out. A little part of you gets put out, okay? You're hiding your truth. If you put your light out long enough, if you silence your truth long enough, you will literally put your light out. You can literally silence your own life. So these keys are the difference between life and death for some people. You say, well, how can somebody lose their life over a trapped emotion? Well, you ask a sexual abuse survivor. You ask somebody who survived horrific physical abuse, spiritual abuse, religious abuse. You ask them when they were silenced over and over and over again, when they were told to shut up and be quiet and keep the peace and don't say anything. Okay, that is called silencing your truth. You do that long enough, the sickness inside of you, that's the distortion, you guys, that's the lies. You were an innocent child, okay? If you hold that in long enough, you will literally put your own light out. So it is very serious. That is why the world is dealing with an epidemic of mental health, of suicide, of overweight, of disease, okay? Sickness, because the sickness is stuck in here and they know it. And they keep teaching us to silence your truth. Silence it with painkillers, okay? You silence your truth long enough, okay? I literally work with people, with women and men, and it breaks my heart, okay? It breaks my heart how much stuff we're holding in here, silently killing ourselves, okay? It is a silent killer. Does she need another key? Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life. So Alexis, ooh, Kia, what do you think? What does Kia think? She's in my spiritual mastery course. She knows exactly. She's connected. Shelby, what do you think, Queen? Is it the persecution's cross? If you guessed yes, you guessed it right. Yep. So you guys, I don't know why, but it has been my calling, or people, masses of people have been having the persecution's cross. Okay. This is intentionally, not intentionally. This is people who have lived a hard life intentionally. Lots of trauma, lots of trials. I am here to tell you that your traumas and your trials were very intentional in preparation. And you're like, how is that in preparation? Because you were meant to teach, Alexis. You were meant to go to the depths of hell so that when you overcame it, right? That is alchemy. That is learning through pain. That is knowing what it feels like. That is the most depth of empathy anyone can feel, okay? So that's why I say I am the woman I am today, because of my traumas and my trials. What tried to break me and destroy me made me stronger. Just like those huge oak trees, okay? They're magnificent, they're powerful, because what was created to destroy them made them stronger. So those who carry the persecution's cross, they came here to be tried, to be tested, because God knew and you knew that you were going to survive, and that after you survived what was meant to break you, right? What Satan tried, or whatever you believe in, tried to destroy in you, only made you stronger. So when I teach these keys, yes, there's purpose in my pain. You guys, when I teach these keys, I teach them, I embody radical self-love, because I know what it feels like to have gone to hell, to be abused, to lose a child, okay? To be this close to, it would be better for me just to leave this earth than it would be to stay. And so when I work with people, right, I am a living embodiment of survival, that you can overcome anything and that it doesn't define you, and you're not a victim, you're not broken, you're not any less worthy. In fact, you are so incredibly worthy. You are so incredibly worthy and powerful and enough and whole and beautiful and divine. Sorry, guys. Okay? That is those who have the persecution's cross. So Alexis, queen, you got to claim it. So how do you do this? You guys, it's like the phoenix rising through the ashes. So as you see yourself rising through the ashes, you see all of your lifetimes of being silenced for speaking truth. It is lifetimes of you trying to bring heaven on earth. This lifetime, you will bring heaven on earth through your words, through your gift of being you, of being fully seen, of being fully heard. And so I want you to claim, I release this persecution's cross. I step fully into my power of being fully seen and being fully heard. And see yourself as the goddess you are, claiming that. Yes, Alexis. Okay? That will bring her pain to a 5, a 4, a 3, a 2, a 1, a 0, a 0. That will bring your chest and heart pain down to a 0 tonight. Now, with that being said, heart failure. She needs keys for heart failure. Does she need them tonight? No. So you do need keys to tap into the heart failure. Did a lot of this clear that? Yes. Okay? But I'm not here to treat or diagnose. I got to be really careful. But Alexis, queen, you can know exactly what the root cause is of that and see what you need to do to help strengthen your heart. You're so welcome. Yeah, let us know. Is BB Kell still here? And then who's next? Oh, Judith. Yes, Shelby, I freaking love you, queen. She makes my job so much easier. Judith Hickey. Judith, okay, Hickey. Okay, you're so welcome. You guys, can we all send massive love to Alexis and BB Kell? Oh, BB Kell, she's like, I'm here, I had to lay down and cried. Now she's just feeling tired. And pain is feeling better. Yes. Yes. Okay. All right, Judith, you ready? I have permission to test Judith. So Judith, I just need you to give me permission one more time. Pain in my throat, lungs, and stomach. Pain 7. Okay, I have permission. Okay, I have permission, sorry. Judith Hickey. Okay, throat, lung, and stomach. So you guys, if there's 3 different things, we have to ask if they're all connected. No. So what's priority? Throat, lungs. So stomach is priority, then lungs, then throat. So stomach, lungs, and throat. Okay. Her body said stomach is first priority. Are lungs and throat connected? Yes, and lungs and throat are connected. So those you could do together. So what's the first key? Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational. So past life. Past life tied to your stomach. Ooh, I'm getting, okay. Karmic. Okay. So this is, it's imprint. It's imprint. I'm Heather, yes. Okay, so imprint. So when you get past life, have you ever heard of people who have random pains, but they've had them forever? And then they realized it's tied to a past life, a trauma they experienced in a past life. So this stomach pain, what I asked intuitively, okay, it was an imprint of a lifetime before. So you could only imagine why you would have stomach pain from another lifetime. Was it how she was silenced? Yep. So that's how you exited this earth, with some type of a stomach wound. Does she need to know more? Yes. Does she need to know the emotion too? Yes. Front page, back page. Front page, back page. 50 through 60, 60 through 70, 50 through 60, 60 through 70, 61, 62, 63. Worthless. You guys, that is definitely the theme today. Okay, so in this other life, you imprinted. It was worthless, feeling worthless when this happened. So when you hear of like karmic debts or clearing things, this life is just trying to clear things. So you're here to clear that. So in your stomach, I want you to say, I clear this imprint from the past life of feeling worthless. Okay, I fill my stomach with unconditional love. Okay, just seeing that being healed with unconditional love. This will bring her stomach pain to a 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Does she need another key for her stomach? No, that was it. That was it. So one imprint from a past life. Okay, let us know. Breathe in unconditional love. Breathe out the pain. Let us know when that drops, when that starts dropping. Trust any emotion that comes up as you're clearing that. So now we're going to test the lungs and the throat. Okay, those are connected too. What is it? Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life again. Karmic debt. Ooh, another imprint. Interesting. Was this how she was silenced? Yes. Was this the same life? Ooh, this was the same life. Was she hung? Oh, was she a witch? Oh, Judith, you were a good witch. Okay, you guys, witches were just terms that they gave people to create fear. You could have been an herbalist who heals people with medicines, right? And they called you a witch. And so you were silenced for that and tortured. And this is imprint energy. Is this true? Yes. Okay. So I command my throat and my chest pain. You guys remember I had chest pain for almost 4 weeks, excruciating, and I didn't understand why, because it wasn't from this lifetime. So I command this energy that I'm feeling in my chest and my throat, right? Does she need to know anything else to clear it? No, okay. I command this to be cleared in all timelines and dimensions in space. I feel this with unconditional love for myself. Boom. Does she need another key? Nope, that was it, Judith. Judith, I am so curious to see how your body is processing this. Like so curious. And then Shelbs, who's next? Judith, how are you feeling? You guys, sometimes when I test these things, oh, she's shaking. Okay, like the body shakes, that's energy moving. So just keep letting yourself shake, okay? That's just integration. So keep shaking, keep shaking. Sometimes moving around will help the energy, and please make sure you're breathing. Big deep breaths in, push the energy out. Unconditional love in, push the energy out. Okay, you can tap. Tapping helps too. But you're doing amazing, Judith. You are doing so good. All right. Shelby, who is next? Queen. Okay, Mary. Okay. Mary is an 8-10. She has chest, heart, and lower back. Okay, so Mary is an 8-10. You guys, make sure if you just joined, make sure to follow me. Make sure to get my free guide. If you feel called, you want to learn how to do this, you guys can purchase my $27 guide. And then if you feel called to join my spiritual mastery course, okay, it is only for those people who feel called. If you don't feel the call, it's not for you, okay? All right, Mary. Chest, heart, back. So do I have permission? Yes. Are they all connected? No. What's first priority? Chest, heart, okay? What's second priority? Chest, back, okay? So heart, back, chest. Heart, back, chest. Are the back and chest connected? No. So they're all separate. Judith! Shut the front door. You guys, everyone send love to Judith. She is at a one freaking pain. You guys, I cannot make this stuff up. Thanks, Shelby. You guys, Judith just went down to a freaking 1 in literally freaking minutes. And it was 2 past life imprints, okay? That was causing her physical pain. And all she had to do was listen to the messenger told her, and then she cleared it. These are the kind of things that happen every single day as I practice and use these keys. Now, she's like, I knew it was the past. Yeah. So you guys, if you wanted to get on the list, we did the list earlier. I'm not sure who's on the list, okay? My beautiful moderator, spiritual mastery, guru queen is helping. So she's in charge of the list, okay? Okay, Judith. Amazing. Okay, Mary. Sorry, queen. So we're working with Mary. It's her heart, her back, and then her chest. So we're going to ask which key. Okay? If you want to know the keys and you're just joining, you can get the keys for free. I teach the keys for absolutely free. Okay, let's test her heart. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life. Ooh, I think there's a theme tonight. Past life, persecutions, cross, karma, imprint. Fascinating. So a lot of people are getting imprints tonight. Is this the way she died? Nope. Okay. So you had a heart attack. Is this true? Yes. Okay, my name is Heather. Yes. She had a heart attack. And it's just an imprint. Does she need to know more? No. So hold your heart. I command this past life imprint that's causing me heart pains to leave my body now, and I fill it with unconditional love. So Mary, I fill my heart with unconditional love. I remove this past life imprint. All timelines, dimension, and space. Breathing in unconditional love to your heart, breathing out any pain, trusting whatever emotion comes up. Does she need another key for her heart? Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational. From your dad. Does she need to know more? Yes. Okay, you guys, I'm doing intuitive testing. I'm not a psychic, I'm not a medium, I'm not doing it in my head. Okay, I'm using my body to test yes or no. But I've used this technique for so long that I intuitively know when something's right or off. right? So intuitive testing becomes second confirmation. You can do the same exact thing as me, I promise, okay? Generational, does she need to know the emotion? Yes. Is it just this lifetime? So multiple lifetimes you have brought in generationally this trauma in your, and it's holding into your heart. 52, 60, 61, 62. Okay. Worthless. My goodness, you guys. That is the theme today. Worthless. Jeez Louise. So Mary, I command this worthless energy that's been passed down genetically into my body. It is not mine. I want it cleared now. And I fill this space with unconditional love for myself. Hey, Yvonne. I'm so excited. Yvonne, is it that time for us to get on? I think it is. So you guys, I'm going to finish up with Mary, and then I have my one-on-one with Yvonne. Yvonne, I'm going to get off and I'm just going to finish Mary. Yay, Tangi. I'm so excited for you to learn, Queen. You're welcome, Judith. Okay, love you, Yvonne. I'm so excited to talk to you. You guys, Yvonne is in my spiritual mastery course too. So is Shelby, so is Kia. Okay, I love these. These people will be family. So if you join our spiritual mastery, just plan on having soul sisters for life. Yes, this is all self-led. Nothing I do is, I don't force anything on people. You in my spiritual mastery, you will learn, right? Your spiritual gifts, why you're here, your purpose, and you'll learn how to use these keys for yourself and infuse them with your own spiritual gifts and knowing. Are you a Pisces? I'm a Leo. All right, Mary. Did you clear this worthless energy? How are you feeling, Queen? Does she need another key for her heart? No. Okay, so now her back. Her back is physical, emotional, spiritual, generational. Past life for your back. Is it attached to that same past life? Yes. Is it attached to that? No. A different timeline in that life? Yes. Okay, does she need to know more? No. So this pain in your back, same thing. It's just imprint. So I command this energy in my back to leave. This imprinted energy of back pain from another lifetime, I command it to leave and to be healed in all timelines, dimension, and space. And I fill it with unconditional love. So you guys, everything is linked in my bio. So if you want to do a one-on-one, if you want more information on any of my courses or offerings, it's in my bio. You can also find out more on my site, heatherashleyjones.com. Okay? Does she need another key for her back? Nope, that's it. That's it. Imprint. Past life imprint. Okay? Yeah, double click my picture twice. It'll bring you to my profile and then you'll see my link. Okay, last is your chest. Okay, physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life. Is it from the same life? Nope, different one. Persecution, karma, imprint again. Okay, imprint again. My goodness, Queen, you left this earth lots of times. Does she need to know more? Yes. Does she need to know the emotion? Yes. Front page, back page. 50 through 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66. Low self-esteem. So chest pain, okay? The feeling that you had in that lifetime was low self-esteem during this chest wound. So you're going to command this chest wound to be healed, to be filled with unconditional love, and to remove this low self-esteem in all timelines, dimension, and space. Okay? I feel like an earthquake angel. Ooh, I love that, Mary. Oh, an earth angel. Yes. Does she need another key for her chest? Nope, that was it. Mary. Okay, she will get to a 0 pain tonight. Mary, where is your pain at? Yes, you guys, we're almost to 100K. Let's see if we can get there super, super fast so then I can get off and do my one-on-one. Let's tap, 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 tap. Mary, how are you doing, Queen? She's at a 3. Are you freaking kidding me, Mary? I freaking love that for you. Yes. Yes. Mary, did you know? You guys, Mary went from an 8-10 pain, right? She had 3 multiple areas. Okay? They were each different, right? They each needed different keys. So we unlocked each key. I give you the keys for free so you could start practicing this for yourself. Nope, you're good. This is all the ones that I need to do anyways. Hey, light worker healer. So you guys did incredible. Mary did incredible. How is Judith feeling? Did she get down to a 0? Yeah, if we can all at heart Mary. Good job, Mary. Thank you, Kia. Feel like the chosen one earth angel. Makes sense. Yeah, you can know exactly what your purpose and plan for this earth is. Exactly. Yeah, you can know exactly what your purpose and plan for this earth is. Exactly. You guys, this is why I teach, okay? Judith, 10-10 to a 0. 0. 10-10 to a 0. This is possible. I always come on here and I teach these things because I've literally seen, I've had friends who were in chronic pain. I had a friend reach out and she said, Heather, I'm so embarrassed, but I can't walk. I've been living in my basement pitch black for weeks. Okay, I'm in so much excruciating pain with migraines. So embarrassed, okay? I'm so glad she called me because after a 30-minute session, she was walking around her house pain-free. Good job, Alexis. Alexis is down to a 5. Does Alexis need another key? Nope, so you're just integrating Alexis. That's amazing. So you guys, after I had worked with my friend like that and I saw how much devastating pain she was, and the only thing doctors were offering her was painkillers, Loratabs. She needed help, spiritual help. Okay, she needed to realize that her husband's passing of cancer wasn't her fault. She needed to stop absorbing the energy of her children's guilt and shame. Okay, she didn't know she was doing that. And so she was taking on everyone's energy. She was feeling so much shame and guilt, right? She was a caretaker, so she was taking on all of that. Sitting in her basement, pitch dark, couldn't even walk or move, debilitated. How many hundreds of thousands of people are in their home right now with chronic pain, suffering in silence, right? Suffering from the loss of family members, of children, being abused physically, sexually, religiously, spiritually, right? And having no way to express these emotions because it's not safe. And because people don't like sharing things, right? We don't want to be a burden. We don't want to tell our friends that we need help, right? A lot of people just don't have a lot of people to talk to either. And so that's why these keys, I share them, and that's why I want you to get the free guide and share the free guide with as many people as you can. Because someone, not by coincidence, is going to get the free guide and it's going to change their entire life. How do I know this? Because someone, multiple people, mentors, right, taught me, and it gave me permission to heal myself. And I thank God for every single mentor I had, even though I had to learn the long 10-year, $15,000 certification way, right? I learned how. And I remembered something so precious, and that I have a gift of intuition. It is my gift from God. I've always had it. You have the same gift. You possess it right now. It is so incredibly amazing. It never lies. It always tells the truth. And it tests with a 99.9% accuracy. Yes, we did it, you guys. 100,000 likes. But you guys, I really want you to know that you have every single answer inside of you. Okay? Literally everything is inside of you. Every answer you've been seeking, every time you prayed for an answer, your body has given it to you. God responds instantly. Okay? We have a loving Father. We have a loving Creator who the second you prayed and asked for an answer, he did answer, but we've been silenced for so long that we've forgotten how to receive and listen. And that is true. Yay, Suzette. Thank you, Queen. You guys are incredible. Thank you guys so, so much. Okay? Judith, I have a gift for other, but it was hard for myself. It is hard. It is, right? It's easier to help other people than it is to help ourselves. Truly, truly. But you guys, thank you so much. Yvonne, I love you. I'm hopping on, Queen. Thank you for joining. I will be on tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and I'll be on for the full time to share these keys. So thank you for sharing. Thank you for being here. I love you so much. Truly, I appreciate all of you. And Suzette, Queen, you guys, if you haven't followed Suzette, if you're trying to grow on TikTok, you guys, please go follow her, right? She shares, she was God sent too. Okay. You want to know how I got as many followers I did? Intuition, God, and the right people, the right place at the right time. So make sure you follow her too. Okay. Love you guys. Bye.